Welcome to All Vehicles Great and Small. I'm your host, Tammy Walker, and today we're going to take a look at this 1951 Insley K12 Crane.
The Insley Manufacturing Company was started in 1907 by William Henry Insley, and it was based in Indianapolis, Indiana. They held many patents for cable-operated digging equipment like the dragline excavators and power shovels. In 1975, Insley was purchased by United Dominion Industries, and now Badger Equipment Company owns the holdings. And that was basically all the history I could find on Wikipedia, and other websites just repeated that history about this crane and business. After digging through decades of forums, I did find out this company used to offer tours, and many people used to go through and see how all these wonderful pieces of machinery were created. These earlier models had gas engines. Some had the Continental, others had the Buda HP 326, and this one has the Chrysler Industrial engine, and I've even heard about some Waukesha motors. I might do a video on that later. When I first started my research on this, I looked all over inside for any tags or information that would help me find out what year this was. And my husband noted that every time you see one of these, the doors are always open. So I came back and I shut the door, and there was all the information for me. At the beginning of this video, I mentioned this was a 51. That was the production year with a stamped date of October 1st, 1951. The model year for this is actually a 1952. The boom sections come in different lengths. This one is a 30-foot boom. The speed is up to 0.8 miles per hour, and the track width is 18 inches.
From the operator's cab, we have the latticed bottom, and this is connected up here to the jib. At the jib up at the top, what we have is the upper sheave, and that would come down to a lower sheave and then a hook. This is a smaller crane than some, so usually you'd have a boom guide line going to the center, some hoist ropes, a jib guide lines going across. With the operator's cab here, we have the outrigger underneath, and that's what supports our crane and allows us to move forward, and we could spin on the outrigger.
This is a chain-driven track. After I filmed this walk around, I did more research on tracks. So the bogies are also called rollers. The tracks have a track shoe and a track link, and I wish I would have pointed this out, but next time I will be able to tell you, because now I know.
We've got tracks, and then these little wheels on the bottom here are called bogies, and you can also see those on tanks. This is the counterweight balance for the crane. We've got our carburetor onto our intake manifold, which mixes down with our exhaust system, which comes up and goes up out to the top. This is an inline flathead 6-cylinder Chrysler industrial engine. We've got our fuel pump here and our fuel filter right next to it. And here's our gas cap where we fill it up with gasoline. This engine should probably start up pretty easy. All it needs is a little TLC. Thanks to Watch Wes work, I figured out how all these levers work. These two are the main clutch for the winches. Down below are the brakes for the winches, these two here. This one is the main clutch. And then we have the boom hoist. This is the swing left and right. And then this one is supposed to be track. So left or right track here, left and right track. And then this is track neutral swing, because you can't track and swing at the same time. And I'm going to guess this was the locking switch here, but he had a different K12 than I am looking at here.
On the right side behind the seat is this little map that tells you where all the grease zerks are. Each area is numbered, and there's a schedule to tell you when to grease them. So here we're at the seat, and we'll come down behind the seat.
We've got the radiator here. We've got our oil gauge, our temp gauge down here. There's a couple gauges in this section. We've got the throttle, the choke, and then this is the ignition start button. I'm not sure what this one is for, but you don't need a key for these. You can see top of the engine with the distributor cap. I'm guessing the oil bath. Got the generator. We've got the starter, the coil here, and we've got a big clutch assembly over there. Okay, so that air cleaner there is supposed to go in that hoop.
As we scan across the ceiling, we head over to a bank of fuses. I believe these were for the work lights. Leave it a comment if you know what these were for. The heart of this Insley is the Chrysler Industrial Flathead Inline 6 gas engine. Chrysler made this engine in a 4, 6, and 8 cylinder, and they made them from 1924 up until 1975, but mainly for industrial and agricultural use after the 60s. I'd like to take this moment to thank cameraman Jeff. He's doing a great job. We're just beginners at this, so hopefully we'll have a lot more to learn on how to bring you the best content and information. We would love to share your cool old vehicle, but since we're a new channel, we are only confined to show vehicles within our area, Central Washington. So if you have a vehicle you'd like to share, you can drop us an email at allvehiclesgreatandsmall@gmail.com.
If you have anything to add about this crane, please leave it in the comments below, and we'd love to hear your stories. Thank you for watching, and remember to like and subscribe. Bye!